Hi there, this is Omega Supreme with Transformers toy review, a third-party toy review, looking at Toyworld's Raw, which is their homage to Snarl from the Dinobots. As you can see, it comes in this huge box, which is behind, which is a lot bigger than the actual figure itself. You can see it kind of goes all the way up there, and on the box itself just shows a picture of him in robot and dinosaur mode on the side there. I'll have to move him out of the way here a second, and then you've got another view there, and then you've got some really good artwork on the front here, and the same on the side. And it's one of those ones that just kind of opens up like this, and you've got some nice kind of polystyrene in there, and he holds in there. So in terms of boxing, if you want to, after you've played with him, put him back in the box and keep him safe and sound, it's a really good box for that, because you've got all the polystyrene in there, so it keeps it nice and secure in there. But the figure itself is actually quite a bit smaller than the box, so there's a fair bit of packaging around him. For a quick size comparison, he does kind of fit in. You could put him in with Masterpiece if you wanted to. So that's kind of an idea of where you are with size there. So it's not too bad. The gold on here, it's not a bad match. It's slightly different, but you could probably get away with it. This raw figure here, Snarl, is their first one that they've released from their kind of combining Dinobot. So you're going to get all of them come out. I think the next one to come out is going to be Sludge. I can't remember what their name for him is. I think he's due out any time this month. And they're going to be a Dinobot combiner, which is going to be really cool. So the only kind of previous sort of thing that we had was I think there was a power combiner one, which did that, which is just kind of small figures. They did that, but not all of them properly transformed. And also there's a Star Toys Dino combiner, which I got as well, which is quite decent, but you don't have like a proper combiner head with it and things like that. So and the build on it isn't as good as the other ones. So anyway, so hang on a second. Yeah, so let's have a look at the figure itself. So you've got these, which are kind of chrome on here, so it's like chrome paint on here. They're all on little kind of ball joints which you can move about. You can see on my one there, just in the corner here, a little bit has come off where they're quite tight in here, but it's actually just on the actual ball joint itself. So it's actually chrome paint, so you can see a little bit's come off on there. But I've only literally just noticed that. But you don't really need to move them about too much. So there's only a couple that you have to move about for transformation. Other than that, they're okay. You can see you've got the sword here, which is tucked in its tail, and the gun, which is on the top here as well. You can move that about. So you don't have to have that plugged in, but you can if you want to. And then in terms of articulation, the mouth kind of opens and closes. You've got light piping through here as well, and on top of here, and the head kind of can move up and down as well. The legs as well, you've got a bit of swivel there and a bend at the knee. The bend is really stiff on it, and then you've got that there, and the same on this side as well. You've got a bend here, swivel there. You can kind of come out a little bit as well, so you can kind of give him like a bit of a charging pose if you want to, like that. Okay, but he's really good. Got lots of nice kind of panel work on him. The colours are just right as well in terms of the Dinobot. It's a nice grey with the red on here, so they've used the same colour scheme as the G1 Transformer, just with these kind of chrome bits probably being a little bit brighter than the original. And even these little ones here, these all, you can move all of these as well if you want to as well. Okay, so then to transform him, what you want to do is you want to take off the gun, and the first thing I do then is open up this tail, and then you can see how the sword is stored in here like that. So you just pull that out, and obviously when you transform back, you just slot that back in there. You can take the tail off the transformation if you want to, but you don't actually need to. So it's been a little while since I've done this one, so I'm just trying to remember actually all the steps of the transformation. So what you want to do now is, let's have a look, unplug this bit here. So these two little pegs peg into the bottom of his feet there, as you can see, and then you can unpeg it from the middle here all the way through to the head, like so. And then if you get hold of the legs, move the arms out of the way a second. Oops, this bit's just come off here, but you can see it just pegs into there anyway, so you can just do that. So what I do now is just get the legs, start bringing them forward like so, then you pull this back so it's out of the way so you can actually bend the knee down all the way. You can see you've got a couple of pegs here which looks like they'll be used for the combiner here as well. So, but it doesn't actually come with any additional bits and pieces that would be used for combiner, so presumably they'll come with the Grimlock figure maybe. So that's his kind of part of his legs done. And then what you do is you turn him around at the back here, and you've got these bits here, and what you can then do is fold this leg round into here, and what I do is I actually pull that round like that, so it gives him extra stability on the back, whereas actually on the instructions I think it shows you to fold it in like that, so it tucks it in, but I'll do it this way, and then you can see what I mean in terms of what's your preference. This bit opens up, it does make it a little bit easier to do it. So you do it like that, and it kind of goes round and tucks in like that. I think I will actually just turn it around like that just to make it a little bit easier for stability. I don't think that one's tucked all the way in, so I'll just do that. So it's tucked in like that, and then I'm going to turn it around and make it easier for him when he's standing up. Give him a bit of, well, almost like a heel at the back there, and then you just fold this bit down into this space here, so quite kind of reminiscent of the original toy. And you've got like a swivel here as well for his ankle as well. So it's nearly all done. What you then do is you've got these bits here, so you keep those like that. You've got these bits which will then pull up, so you push them in like that. I think mine on the other side is already pushed in. I did have trouble with this one on this side because I couldn't get it to pull out very well. You can see you've got marks where I've tried to pull it out for its dyno mode. It don't really need to be pulled out, but it does cover up things a little bit better. And so you've got it like that, and then you get hold of his arm and you're going to push that up to the top like that. So you're going to pull it out, and then you're going to swivel it back up like so. So then you've nearly got his arms done. Let's move it across so you see he stands a little bit better with those bits at the back there. And you're going to open this up. Oh, see, not doing very well here, but I've just pulled that bit off. It does, on mine for some reason, it does come off a little bit well, so it looks like these bits are worn down a little bit on the side, but it doesn't cause too much of an issue. And then these bits are a bit tricky to get out. So all I do is I just use the sword or the gun just to pull those out, and then and then what you can do is you can pull that back in. So probably the best way to do it. There we go. So I've got it on that side. This side was all right actually, I think. Yeah, so that one's pulled out okay. Again, it's a little bit tricky to pull it all out, so kind of get that in there, and you can kind of yank it out using that. Let's use the gun instead, that might be easier. Get your nails in there. Come on. I can see what it is the fist has gone down a little bit. So I'm going to have to pull this off just to try and get it out, I think. Yeah. So what it is, the fist, it needs to be closed all the way, otherwise it catches on that bit there. So let's try and get this out now. Okay, so I've got it out now properly. So sorry about that. Got these two hands in here, and the hands open up here, and don't have any articulation on the thumb at all. It doesn't swivel or anything at the wrist. This bit looks like it should open up, but it doesn't. It looks like there's a good space to put an Autobot symbol underneath that. Looks like you can pull it out, and you just need to peg it all back in afterwards. And then on here, you've got these bits which fold down like that, and then from memory, let's have a look. So what you'll need to do is get the head out first of all. So open this chest piece up, pull out the head like that, close that back in, and then you've nearly got them done. But what you'll need to do is get this piece here and open it up like so. Kind of twist it round, and let's see if I can get this right on the back here. So you've got like a little swivel here. So I think how I had it was like that, and then this bit plugs in. Now let me move this to the side a second. Okay, so that's plugged in now. Yeah, so this then comes down here. So it pulls over down here. No, I remember. Silly old me. What you do is you pull this round here, and then there's a little tab here, which then goes into the back of this, here, like that. So as you pull it down, you then plug that into the back, like so. And then you can position these bits like that. That bit's always the bit that I tend to forget for part of the transformation. There's a few bits that are a bit fiddly on him, not going to lie. So when you move his arms, it kind of moves this bit here. So unless I'm missing anything, I can't see anything where the actual these shoulder bits actually click into place anywhere. So that's an issue. So, but if you hold him here, you can rotate it all the way around. You've got swivel here. This bit's where it's really stiff. There. Head is on a ball joint here, so you can move that forward and back and to the side here as well. You've got swivel at the waist here as well. Legs go all the way up and back and out as well. Again, these bits are quite tough, and you've got a swivel here and a really hefty ratchet there as well. And you can get him into some pretty decent poses, and you've got light piping on his eyes there at the back as well, which kind of adds to the figure as well. And like I said, I think you do need these bits at the back here just to give him some kind of extra stability, I find anyway. You can kind of move these bits out if you want to as well. So you can have them kind of like that, and then you can pop these in his hand here. So he's got a gun in one hand and then a sword in the other one, so he kind of holds those quite nicely like that. And then if you want to see him up against Grimlock again in this mode here, so you can get an idea of the size here. So he's still a decent size. And then if I put him up against, say, this guy here, see where he's up against that guy. So he's a fair decent size. He's probably about the size of a Voyager, I would say. Up to you what you want to do with the leg bits at the back. To show you, I think the official way of doing it is like that. Yeah, like that. I think they have it like that. So if I fold it round like so. You can have it. And for me, well, he has stood up all right there, I suppose. But it just gives you that extra bit of support, just with the extra bits at the back there. So there you go. And there you have Toyworld Raw. Let me know what you think if you're going to be picking up these guys. I'm certainly going to be picking up all of the ones in this series so I can get a combiner out of it. For now I'm just displaying them alongside MP Grimlock, and then as I get more figures I'll display them on their own. Okay, that's it for now guys. See you soon. Bye.